Alright. Welcome back, you glorious bastards and magnificent bitches.
It has begun!
It is I, Kamo, and we're just gaming back for some Captain's Log. I found a creature on continuing missions that we're going to use for that creature that we used all that threat to generate. And we're prepared. I'm pretty sure we know combat. 3 hits, combat's over. We'll see if we get the jump on us and stuff. So let's get to this. Boom. GM screen. So let's pull up our thing here so we can get some notes. So let's say bank threat for later and spend now to add threat. So we spent all the threat. Threat spent generates hostile feline predator and stalking, though I guess we'll call them the away team for now. So we spent the threat. 6 threat spent. Boom. Just so you know, we got this off of continuing missions. Large forest cat. And we got some stats and stuff for our creature for this combat. But let's go to this probability matrix so we can get this going. We're gonna make sure, we're gonna see if, because we're pretty good. Shrelix is going pretty good with combat, so we're gonna see if this thing even could get the jump on us. Because, you know, Shrelix does have predator's instincts and stuff, so we're gonna give him the chance for that. So yes or no probability matrix, we're gonna cancel that down. So this thing is stalking us. We got our D20s right here. What's our question? The question is, I'm sorry, I'm brain freezing here for a second. So the question is, will our natural instincts as a predator or whatnot alert us to whether or not we're being stalked? And so we're gonna say, what is the probability of us doing that? We're gonna say at a given time we would be somewhat probable of doing it because, you know, we're a predator, but we're doing it, so we'll go, we're doing it under duress and stuff because we're doing other things and we'll distract you a bit, so we're gonna go down to somewhat probable. So 1 to 12 is yes, and 13 to 20 is no. So we're somewhat probable of telling whether or not we're gonna get stalked or we're gonna take an initial hit. 17. Of course, we did not. We did not. Since we were being stalked. And take a direct hit from the night leopard. As it pounces and knocks Shrelix to the ground, letting her go. All right. Automatic hit, and that was here. So now combat begins, and it's Shrelix's turn. So we're gonna change this up. Combat roll 1, and this will serve as our fourth task of the thing, this combat. But it might take a couple of rolls to end this combat. So combat roll number 1, we're gonna go with daring and security. Normally it would be difficulty 1 because we're a fucking killing machine, but we're kind of injured, so we're gonna drop this down to a difficulty. We're gonna say increase that to difficulty 3 because it would be difficulty 2. Why are you not doing this right? So our daring is a 9 and our security is a 5. Daring is a 9. Security is a 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So our target number is 14. We need 3 successes, so we're going to give up some threat to grab another die. And Shrelix is gonna fucking whip around in pain, and he's gonna like do the Spock thing, and he's gonna smack that motherfucker with his tail and try and knock the fucking leopard aside. Like knock it up and knock it into a tree. Just give him the chance to like roll over and get on his feet. Oof. Oof. Talk about the skin of our teethy teeth. The skin of the teethy teeth. We got a 14, an 11, and a 4. A 14, an 11, and a 4. Whew. The outcome is a success. So, yes, so it's got all 3 of our successes. We didn't get any momentum though, but we worked it out. So we're gonna do a combination of both of the full rules because like it's kind of hard for me to remember the condensed rules. So if I'm playing with the full rule set, just know that is why I'm doing that. All right, so. Success means Shrelix whips around in pain to regain his in pain to stand back up and simultaneously whipping the night leopard. To a tree with his tail. Right. And then it's the night leopard's roll. So, we did not sense stock, so it got a free attack. Come on. So we've taken one hit. We can't really afford to take more, I don't think. Why isn't this working? I need you to Control C this. Control V this. Night leopard. Combat roll 1. It's gonna do fitness. And security. Fitness is 7. And security is 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. We're injured, so we're going to say it's a difficulty 2. We've got to get 2 successes. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so we got to get 2 successes to see if it works. So, and it's going to spend the 2 threat for an extra dice. It's probably going to hit us. But it is what it is. Alright, so these numbers are a 2, 4, 2, 4, and 12. It is a success. Night leopard takes swipe at Shrelix. Knocking his phaser out of his hands. Because we'll say that Shrelix was gonna shoot there. Alright. We take one more hit, we're fucked, right? We should add this, because that built up one more threat. Alright. Combat roll 2. I'm gonna take a more direct hit. Gonna use our hand-to-hand combat focus. See how focuses really work here. How do you use the focuses? Light focuses improve odds, certain tasks. Above all, focuses represent activities. Characters will shine. Alright, yeah, so the focus is going to reduce the difficulty from a 3 to a 2. And we're at 1 threat, but we're going to give 2 threat to buy a 3rd dice. I want to try and generate some momentum. And we're going to do a fitness and security difficulty 2 task. Well, it's a difficulty 3, but applying the focus hand to hand reduces difficulty to 2. Outcome might be a success, it might not be a success, but our target is 15. We bought the extra dice. I'm sorry, this is the first time, so we're going to stumble through this first episode, Snake in the Garden here, but once we get through and get going, because I got other characters too, it's not just the security officer, I got a whole bridge crew that we're going to get to know on random space adventures. Glad. This is not good. This is not good. 6, 6, and 20. So Night Leopard's taken its second hit too. That's a success, but generated complication. As threat. So threats 4. We got our 2 successes. Alright. Alright, so Alright, we'll just say he kicked it in the face. And we'll go to the probability matrix to see if the Night Leopard is gets flipped over or not. So he's injured. We'll say it's somewhat probable. Let's go to the probability matrix. No, it was highly probable. It would be down to probable with his injury. And that's only because he had a focus applied. So, and it's a 3. So, he does manage to flip that motherfucker over onto its back. That's going to increase the difficulty of the next task. We might get an injury here. That's not what I wanted. This is the one that I wanted. Control C. We got the threat. It's gonna use it. So, but it's gonna make a daring attack this time. Like fucking rolling over and lunging is already difficult enough because the Shriek's gonna, so it's already a 2, a 3, so we'll make it a difficulty 4, and it's gonna use all the threat to get the 2 extra dice, and it's gonna grab 2 extra dice to try and hit Shriek's. Task roll is 15. Boom. We got 14, so we got a success, a failure, a success, and a success, but ultimately it's a failure, and we actually want that to be green. Green for success, red for failure. Green for success, red for failure. Now this is close, but failure means Night Leopard successfully gets back onto its feet, but Shriek's easily dodges its attack. I don't know if we fail this, Shriek's is done for. But he's gonna do that. It's still going to be a difficulty 2. And hand brings it down to 2. Target's 15. But we're not gonna buy a dice this time. And hopefully we get this whew. So Shrelix is gonna take the decisive swipe. A decisive swipe to end this combat. Ooh. That's a 6, and that's a 12. That's a success. Success means Shrelix delivers the killing blow. Become his ambassadors. Gorn's gonna be Gorn. I know this is a little un-Starfleet-like, but he is a Gorn. We gotta accept, give or take the cultures here. The fucking the Night Leper's dead. Make it a little bit less graphic there in the notes. Oh, there it is. There it is. That scene is done, and we barely made it with our injured Gorn. We probably would have wiped the floor with that thing had our Gorn not had a couple of broken ribs, but Shrelix had a couple of broken ribs, and we almost lost. Even with all that threat spent. Like, so you can't say that I was like trying to treat me with the kitty gloves. Like, I threw all that thread at my ass. I spent it all. I got all the dice, and it still fucking failed. It went for the killing blow, but it ultimately failed, and we will move on. And that's how it goes. But anyways, I'm Doc Camo. We just came in loving the captain's log, and we're gonna keep boldly going, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.